Hi, and welcome back to the RJ Chapman Show. Got another good one for you today. Ladies and gentlemen, meet John. Hi, John. How you doing?
I'm doing good, Chief. How are you doing today?
And listen to his voice. It's a very dulcet tone. I love it. Now, your last name is?
Kormalos, but we go by John from Carve.
Oh, I like that, because the restaurant's called Carve.
The restaurant's called Carve, and
yeah,
you don't want to get too many syllables. That's why Euro is Euro. You know, keep it short and sweet.
Yeah, I'm glad, because I was going to say Carmelopolis or Carve a lot of this.
Absolutely.
So I like John from Carve a lot. I got to tell you, do you remember the first time we met?
It was at a barber shop.
It was at a barber shop.
It was at a barber shop, and you were sitting there. I was in the chair complaining about something, and
I was getting my giving my money away.
Yeah, I looked at Lee, and when he turned the chair around, I said, "Why is he here getting there?" But
we got a shout out to Liberty Barbershop.
Liberty Barbershop.
Got to get that out there for
and
Lee.
He's got a lot of fun stuff going on.
He does have a lot of fun stuff going on. But I remember you, and you were getting your hair, which you have, getting cut. And you asked me, you said, what was your question? Something like, where's your go-to restaurant?
Right. Where's your go-to?
Yeah, and I didn't really have an answer.
Right.
Because I don't go to one place all the time. I'm always in a hurry, so I'm eating on the run, and I'm hitting the fast food a little bit, which is not good for you. And you mentioned your restaurant that you just opened up, Carve.
Right.
And I was like, well, where is it at? And you told me, and it's pretty easy to get to. You just get on Coleraine and turn into Laurel Island Parkway and take your first right.
Yeah, it's a straight shot.
It's a straight shot. It's not even like 2 blocks off Laurel Island Parkway. And that road is getting some businesses.
Yeah, it's definitely expanding. It's definitely growing. It was one of the things that we noticed when we first came down to look at the location. And, just an expanding community, strong naval presence.
Right.
And really a very good diversity.
Yes.
And so we thought that the food would translate well. We sampled a lot of the food around town, just to see the quality of the food that was being served and the offerings that were being made.
Right.
And we really felt that we would fill a void here in the area.
Well, when you and I love how you did your homework. You just didn't come down here and start making pizzas. I mean, you figured out you found a need and you filled it.
Right.
And I went after I met you, and I was driving around doing something. I said, "Where was that place at?" "Oh yeah, Laurel Island. Turn, take your first right." So I went to Carve, and what kind of food is it? Is it Greek food?
We opened as being a Greek fusion American type thing, but really what it is, it's passionate food, right?
Yes.
It's a food that we all grew up with, and we've forgotten about. Like when we were talking in the barbershop, we mentioned the carbonara.
Yes.
And you told me, I want a decent carbonara. And I said, look, the problem is no one makes their own Alfredo.
Yeah.
They don't know how to, execute the dish.
Right.
And really, if you don't do it properly, you could have carbonara anywhere.
Yeah.
And it's going to be, ho-hum. So
I got to tell you, you're going to love it. And you'll remember it, because I finally went to Carve and I ordered the carbonara.
Right.
And I sat down to this mountain of food. I'm like, this is and I don't eat that much. So I ate like 5 or 6 bites, and I got up and left because I don't do leftovers.
I think I chased you out to the car,
You
didn't I?
chased out to the car. You go, "Master Chief, what's wrong? What's wrong?" I go, I just didn't think about, I can't eat all that.
Right.
And my wife now, we get it, and we split it.
Our portions are big, but
That's an understatement.
Well, when you get back home to like New York or something like that, when you've experienced Carmine's, or you experience the family platters, the family meals. You understand that food just isn't meant to make a plate to be eaten there and finished kind of thing.
Right.
Every time we make something, we're actually sharing a part of ourselves. Part of who we are, a part of our childhood, what we grew up with. If you take a to-go box and take some home, you're taking a part of us with you. Really. I mean, restaurants, if you're in the restaurant business to make money, you buy a franchise.
Right.
If you're in the restaurant business because you're passionate about what you're doing.
Right.
And what you're doing really is building a family. That's why I call it, people that have become our regulars, and, I see often, Yeah, you're all part of our carved family now.
Yeah.
And I call it out. And you know, that's a throwback. I think probably one of the things that make me saddest is when I go online and I see these old family diners, not the ones that have been sold 3 or 4 times.
Right.
I'm talking about the ones where you knew the owners, you knew the kids, you saw the owners' kids grow up in the restaurant.
Right.
You know, these things. It's a slice of Americana.
Yeah.
That's really being lost.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm really glad you're bringing this up because, you know, I was thinking we were going to talk about food and the dishes and all that, but no, this is so much bigger than that.
Yeah.
And people ask me all the time, Master Chief or RJ, where would you go back right now if you could go back right now? What country? You've been to 44 countries. Where would you go? And I say Naples, Italy. I don't even hesitate. Right. And the reason is the food.
Yeah.
And your dishes remind me a lot of those wonderful, wonderful dishes in Naples, Italy. And I'm hooked, dude. I'm freaking hooked. And, you know, for like a year, all I got was the carbonara. But now I have expand my palate because I went and visited you the other day.
You asked me, how's the bolognese?
Yes.
Right. And I told you, I said, look, order the bolognese, it's fine. I said, but you got to try the cacciatore.
Oh, and we were talking, and then somebody brought you out a plate of food while I was waiting for my food. And I was talking to you, and I was looking at that, and I was talking to you, I was looking at that, and you go ahead, Master Chief. Have some of that. I ate that stuff, brought it home. I don't leave without my to-go box now.
There you go. Now I'll joke with people. I'll tell them, if you don't finish it, 10% penalty. You know, so you know, you don't want to insult the cook, so you at least got to eat half.
Yes, yes. But well, what you got the family working there? I think I met your son.
Yeah. George is there full time, and you know, he's such a blessing.
Right.
You know, because 21-year-old kid. You know, he was a gifted athlete. An injury changed his life, and he had to go through the whole mental makeover of you know, what am I going to do now? Because he had his career path all planned out.
Yeah.
And I think more than anything, and I want to give a shout out to him.
Yes.
You know, because in 2020 I was diagnosed with stage 3 colon cancer. By 2022. It had metastasized, it had spread. I'm here by the grace of God.
Amen.
George ran his fastest 400 time the day I was having my most major surgery in the hospital.
Dang.
He's always been there for Dad.
Yeah.
You know, and he shows his love quietly by working, you know, by just being there to support me.
You're right.
So, Georgie, I want you to know Dad loves you, and it hasn't gone unnoticed. God bless you, son, always.
Well, you know, I was just going to tell you my side of him. He is very kind and gentle. And very respectful, and he's got a little sense of humor, and I do enjoy that young man. So you've done a very nice job in raising him, and you should be proud of that.
Thank you.
But I do love your restaurant. It's very unique. There's nothing like it There's nothing like it. I don't even know how far you'd have to go. Maybe Savannah has something like that, but you'd have to go quite a ways to get that. And it's hearty food. It fills you up nicely. There's not any chemicals in it.
Right.
Geez, man, it's just, I got to tell you. And the desserts. I don't do dessert, by the way, but who makes all those desserts?
You know, okay, so it really, people ask me, do you make all these desserts?
Right.
And I tell them, look, I make what I'm best at making. You know, our Italian chef that came over, you know, he had a restaurant in Orlando for 27 years, written up by critics that were, you know, covering Michelin chefs. But we're there for the passion of the food. We want to give you the best food.
Right.
So like our feta cheese, you know, there was a big thing going on about Greek salads the other day. You know, I go out of my way every 2 weeks, you know, to go pick up 150 pounds of national award-winning feta. It's won best feta in the U.S. the last 4 years. You know, there's bakeries, Greek bakeries in Florida that can make something a lot better than I can.
Right.
But you can't get it, you know, through distribution. There's restaurants today that rely on the distributors, the Cisco trucks, corporate America.
Right.
You're going to get that corporate food. we grew up knowing where the best is. And what we want to do is bring the best to Camden.
Right.
So what's really neat now is that we'll get these Google reviews. And we just had like all the Best in Camden awards come out.
Yeah.
And you're not going to see Carve on there.
Right.
But 2 weeks ago, we got an award that I'm really proud of.
Oh.
Because I didn't even know about it. We got top 5 in the state of Georgia.
Oh, my.
In the state of Georgia. So, and it was just Google sent us, the award, and they said, listen, based on reviews and how we rank them and the input that we get. And we'll get people that are just going from New York down to Miami on 95, whatever it is.
Right.
And they stop in and they write this stuff. We have local people that are transplants, or even people that are from here.
Yeah.
And they get it.
Yeah.
They get what the restaurant is about.
Yeah, I'm getting it. And the other thing I like about it is, I mean, it can't be 5 miles off 95.
No.
And then,
no.
these people, like you say, they're coming from New York. They're going to Orlando.
Right.
They look on their phone. They got a certain kind of food they want to eat because that's what they like to eat.
Right.
And the only thing between that and there is carb.
Yeah. Yeah, our top search item, I think, is healthy, fresh foods.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's it. We don't do the preservatives and the chemicals. Our pita's preservative-free. Our chicken, our shawarma, our pork, it's all made in the back.
I know.
It's all cut, made in the back. And we marinate with wine and spices.
I'm telling you, I'm not a big spicy guy. My stomach doesn't like spicy. This is not spicy.
No.
This is like it's like eating in Italy. It's like getting a nice meal in Italy. And I remember one time it came in there, you go, "Hey, Master Chief, try some of this cheese." I'm like, "Cheese?" And it was fried cheese or what was
Right,
it?
the saganaki. Yeah.
I go, I don't want to taste it. You got another one of those?
Yeah.
Dang, that thing was good.
Yeah, it's really, once again, diversity. I mean, like even our Italian, cold, sub.
Yeah.
I
got to try that.
Yeah, it's got mortadella. It's it's got prosciutto. It's got Genoa salami. So it's those cold
real
cuts.
food.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you something too. It's reasonably priced.
This is all part of the mission. Okay.
I can't believe
when
how...
we were young, we didn't have a lot of money. We couldn't afford, the high-end restaurants.
Right.
I mean, I remember going to there was a restaurant in Rochester called Roncone's, for veal marsala. I mean, this Italian guy. Oh,
I love veal. Ooh.
And but it was expensive.
Right.
So when your dad works in a factory and you're working to help out with the bills at home and things like that, you don't have the money for it. And you might get to go once every 6 months.
Oh, wow.
So what we want to do is we just want to try and keep it reasonable. So we set up a fast casual atmosphere.
Yeah.
But we offer fine dining. And
I'm not you do.
Yeah. And
delicious.
I think our most expensive plate so far has been the little neck clams that we've been running on special with wine sauce.
You still got that going on?
Yeah, we do.
My wife and I are clamaholics.
Yeah, and that was $21. $20.95.
Well,
it comes
I'm
with salad and scampi.
Yeah, I know.
bread,
I was
so-
really surprised. They come out with a salad. First of all, they bring me the carbonara for $5, and then now they want me to eat a Greek salad or whatever before I get the carbonara. I'm like,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, no, it's really if you're proactively looking at what's available, what food you could pick up where it's still quality, and bring something in and prepare a dish for that week. That's what we try.
oh,
and
that's
do.
pretty interesting too.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
kind of a rotating deal, a little bit with something special.
Right.
I had the dang lasagna the other day.
Yeah. Yeah, there's certain things that we just put on the menu as staples now. So the lasagna is constantly there, the chicken marsala, the chicken piccata.
The carbonara.
The carbonara. Yeah. Well, the thing is, we learn, from our community.
Yeah.
And
What they like.
What they like, and so that's why it's constantly changing. But even simple things like this food is too good to be eaten with plastic knives and forks.
Yes.
Or some people told us, I was stationed in Suda, in Crete. This is the best year I've had since I was there.
Yep.
But man, I'd like to have that Greek beer that went with it. The mythos.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got mythos now.
Oh,
you
gosh.
know, so Yeah.
Yeah, I've been to Greece. I tell you,
Yeah.
they're very close, Italian, Greek, whatever.
Yeah.
But geez, and I love the flooring in there. It's really a neat floor you guys put in there,
appreciate
and you got the outdoor area you can eat outside. You got music out there.
You're right.
I mean, it's a nice little because they have a lot of that eat outside. Like what's that called? Al dente? What do they call it when you sit outside? I can't remember, but it's like a little thing outside where you can eat.
I'm English as a second language. So.
Well, I think I just described a noodle that isn't very well cooked. I know
Yeah,
it.
no, it's
jacked that word.
cooked right. Cooked right. Cooked right. Yeah, so we're expanding the deck, but yeah, it'll be happening over the next couple months. But
Okay.
it'll be 2 years in April.
Okay.
So we've really gotten a good feel on the community.
Yeah.
We've gotten to meet a lot of people.
Right.
And get a lot of feedback from them. And, this is what we want. So, like the Philly is so popular.
Right.
But the Philly, I get a special ordered roll for the Philly. The burgers, we get a special ordered roll just for the burgers. So there's every single item on the menu. And, cheeseburger's $8.99,
Yeah,
right?
that's
But it's
cheap.
got this nice rustic roll to it, and and it's fresh. It wasn't frozen. It wasn't. Then
No.
it doesn't come with all the chemicals.
And you can see the guy making the stuff in there with the
Yeah,
ovens and all that.
yeah.
The things
Yeah.
going crazy.
Yeah, that's the way But that's what we need to bring back.
Right.
That's what we need to bring back. And family restaurants pay a lot better than the corporate restaurants do.
Sure.
And the people that have joined me have realized that the standard is high
Right.
to execute the food. But you've noticed now too. We've had people come and go, but then we've had the people that stick.
Yep.
And they're the people that understand what this is really about.
Yep. And I'm one of them.
Yeah.
I'm one of them.
Even the kids that are working, Cynthia up front. This kid, I love her. She came in, she worked her way up to really running the front end, and she said, "I can't do this." And I said, "Yes, you can, because I see it in you."
Yeah.
And now she's in the back because she's a foodie.
Nice.
And she wants to learn. Well, how do you old timers make some of this old time?
Well, that's a dying breed, man. I mean, those dishes, you got to pass that along.
Yeah.
You got to train, you got to give, you got to show,
Yeah.
because you go and they don't know, that's the end of that dish.
That's the end, and we really want to, take just, I was telling George and Cynthia last night. I said, look, Paul and I, we're both in our 60s now.
Right.
So when you order a dish at Carve, 100 years of cooking, and it shows.
Oh, that's
but
great.
between
and it tastes.
And it tastes. And it tastes.
It has
And it
flavor. The food actually has flavor.
Yeah, and the other thing is too. Look, it's a restaurant.
Right.
So sometimes mistakes are going to be made.
Sure.
Let somebody know. The last
Don't
thing,
just go write something.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I mean, we want to make it right.
I know.
We want to make it right.
I mean,
because it's our name, and we just want. Most of the people come in and get hugs, and
Yeah.
everybody kind of knows each other at this point after 2 years. We
Yeah.
just want to give out more hugs and kisses. So-
Well, I think you ran the 40 in about 4.2 when I left all that food on the table. You're going to hurt yourself coming after me. I think you thought, oh, he really hated it. He'll never be back. And I'm like, but
Yeah.
I will never leave anything on those plates again. Did you bring me a present today?
Oh, just a couple work shirts, So when people come into the restaurant, I remember the initial comments that we would get was,
cute that is. Sweet Jesus,
Sweet
relish. Let's exalt this name together.
Yeah.
And then your logo is on the back.
right.
And I think you brought these for my 6-year-old niece.
Yes, yeah.
Did you
Because I saw the episode and I said, you know what? I said she was so sweet and well spoken.
Wasn't she?
Oh, she was a darling.
She's adorable. I love
God
her.
bless her always. But
I'm telling you. Oh, how
Yeah,
cute
it's,
is this? What's this one?
yeah,
Catch up with Jesus.
Yeah.
Blessed from my head to my toes.
Yeah.
Tomatoes.
And
She ain't getting this one.
the whole purpose behind it was when we opened the restaurant. It was after they had told me that I didn't have long.
Right.
And I said, in my last business, I'm really going to give it to God because He's giving me the opportunity to do this.
Right.
So I think that's why it fits into our overall philosophy. We give him the glory first and foremost.
Right.
He's our provider, he's our healer, he's our restorer. But this is what we've talked about today.
Yeah.
Is about the old world,
right,
transitioning into the new world. And
Dang.
I'll never forget my dad when I got to spend time with him before I lost him. And he was so proud of the fact that we had become American citizens, that we had lived in this nation, and he worked so hard to get here because he left a military junta in Greece. We were really the last Greek migration, between the 60s and the 70s to come over. Really, folks, we need to save the greatness of this nation.
Exactly.
We are one nation under God. He is Jesus. He is a Christian God. I will never apologize for it. And we get the military tour on Wednesdays. The kids are probably...
Oh, they're bringing them in,
Yeah, they're
Doc.
bringing them in today.
How nice is that?
But the one thing we always do is we pray over them.
Right.
We pray for our nation.
Yep.
We pray for the service members.
Right.
And I thank you because, no, really I do. Because there's people that are just committed to excellence and are committed to the greatness of this country. And people don't realize sometimes what we do.
Right.
But we try to retain what has made this country great. Be proud to be American. Always show the best side of America.
Well, John,
freedom and just you can make it if you want to work.
That's very, very well put. And that's the whole reason for this show is my church needs a sign. We've got those old signs that you put the T's and the W's, and we're out of T's.
Yeah.
So they make these electronic signs.
Yeah.
So someday, if this ever makes $1, I'm going to get an electronic sign for the church. Yeah. And that's the whole reason behind this whole podcast and this business. Right. And then bringing in wonderful, interesting people that are trying to do what you just said, make this country great and continue to be greater.
Yeah.
And you're a small part of that. But you know what? That food is very important. Everybody needs it every 6 hours or everything ceases to exist.
Yeah.
And you're doing a great job down there. And I had to get you on my show because I'm very, very proud of you and your family and what you're doing for this community.
Chief, I appreciate it. God bless your family, this endeavor. It's been a pleasure.
It's been great.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Talk to you later.
Yes, sir.